And hey, we're here. It's called Natchez Renewal Radio right here, 97.7 The Beat. Happy New Year, everyone. We're back. How we doing, Mayor?
We are great, and Happy New Year to you. Mr. Leon, I haven't laid eyes on you since last year.
Well, I've been busy making sure Santa Claus got to us.
Oh, man, I tell you what, I hope everybody got treated well by Santa. I know I did.
All right.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And, every Christmas is a blessing. Every holiday. Every day is a blessing.
Absolutely.
But is it just me? It just seems like it gets here faster and it goes even faster.
I'm telling you.
As the years go by.
Yeah.
And so you just have to enjoy it.
Believe it or not, I was in one of the big box stores, and they are actually putting Valentine's stock in.
I saw that.
You saw it too?
Oh, I don't even know where I was. It was right here in Natchez, and they already have Valentine's stuff out. And this was right, I think it was the day after New Year's Day. Oh, well.
Anywho.
Hey, I hope people will start buying. We need to keep on shopping local and have a good Valentine's
100%.
Day. It's only 6 weeks away. Oh, listen, you just said it is Natchez Renewal Radio, and we love having this program, and it's so good to be back on the air with you. But it is a time of renewal. This is a new year, and I love a new year. I love the beginning of a new year. Always such great optimism and hope for great things. A fresh start.
Yes.
And there is an old saying, cup empty, cup half full. And I'm so glad to be a cup half full to overflowing sort of person.
Okay.
And that's the way I'm looking at the new year. I think it's going to be fantastic. So why don't we just dive in? We'll start sharing some good news.
Okay.
All right, some good news. Well, I shared a New Year's message that basically was entitled, Giving Thanks for a Year Just Passed and Great Anticipation for the Year Now Started. Because there are a lot of things in 2025 that we have to be grateful for. And, on that list are just so many great announcements. The groundbreaking of Hobby Lobby at Tracetown, the announcement that the Ola was going to be a Marriott tribute property. It was also during 2025 when we saw more new businesses, more ribbon cuttings, and also great tourism numbers. We had so many events going back early last year to Mardi Gras and all the way through the spring and summer. We had a great spring pilgrimage, a great Juneteenth week. Actually, it almost went the whole month, I think. We had so many activities. We had a great July celebration for July 4th. Our Live at 5 concert series on the evenings of the spring and fall and even on the 4th of July were a great success. And I look back also on the Food and Wine Festival, record crowds, record attendance. I also look back on the 50th Balloon Festival and Angels on the Bluff and then our Christmas in Natchez, and we could go on and on. But ultimately what we experienced were great numbers in the thousands upon thousands of people coming to Natchez to enjoy our hospitality. So what does this mean for the new year now that has started? Well, I think it means even greater and greater, better and better. Have you been looking at national economy numbers?
No.
Well, now, these numbers are changing all the time.
Okay.
And so I don't have any statistics to actually throw out, but they're out there. GDP is up.
Okay.
That's our gross domestic product.
Yeah.
That is a very important indicator of how strong the economy is. Inflation is down. Another great indicator for the economy. Unemployment is down. Another great indicator. Another thing, interest rates have come down a little. And that's another great indicator. And that has triggered more happening in the real estate market. And over the last few weeks, we have been hearing of some very major sales happening, purchases of real estate, both residential and commercial, every
Very good.
week. Every week. There
Very
hasn't
good.
been a week pass over the last 2 months that I haven't heard of a sale, a purchase. I like to call them a purchase because these are people investing in Natchez.
In Natchez, right?
Yeah. And so when I think of all this, I think, well, 2025 was a great year, but 2026 is going to be a really great year. Another thing that I get excited about is we look back on 2025 and we had a number of employers all grow in the right direction in terms of their employee count. Loss prevention. We had Jordan Carriers. We had Fibro. We had several others. Well, we have all indications showing that more jobs are going to be added this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually did what I do quite often. I love to do this on almost a weekly basis. I go on Realtor.com and I check on how many houses do we have on the market. And it's always less than it was a few years ago, before our Natchez Renewal, before all of the great growth that's been happening. But what I also notice is, okay, how many of the listings show sale pending? That's where you get excited.
Right.
You see, well, these houses are listed, but there's a sale pending. The same time, I also do a search, and I'll go on Indeed.com, and I will go on, well, gosh, there's so many out there, the search engines for jobs. But I have Glassdoor on the brain because I actually, this weekend, pulled up the website for Glassdoor, which is a job search engine. And I plugged in available jobs within a 35-mile radius of Natchez. And do you know how many popped up?
No.
Over 1,300.
Wow.
Over 1,300. That's the highest number I've ever seen.
Wow.
Now, that indicates two things, that there are a lot of jobs out there, but it also indicates that we don't have a lot of people aggressively seeking those jobs, and we really need that to happen. If that can happen, then we're going to see more and more success, because when people are engaged in the workplace, they're getting that paycheck. And studies indicate that a paycheck that is earned locally will turn over again. You know what that means. They spend it locally, and it turns over again and again in a community between 7 and 10 times.
Great.
That means more money for people to come into Arts Natchez and buy some of that great artwork that y'all have on the wall.
Yep.
It means that people can go down here to the Honda place and get a great ATV. And they've got a great lineup of new ATVs out there. It means also that people can do the renovations they want to do to their homes, large and small, or invest a little in that apartment, you know. It also means that people can do more for their children and having a better way of life for their children, because that's really what it all boils down to. When people join the haves and leave the have-nots, it's just so much better for everyone.
Absolutely.
But it all comes down to opportunity. And so when I ran for mayor, golly, in 2020, I was running for mayor 6 years ago, right at this moment. I was probably out talking or knocking on doors. You know, I did my fair share of that before COVID shut all that down in 2020. Everybody said, get jobs here, to the point that I even put on my signs and T-shirts, Dan, Mayor, jobs. I'll never forget, I had a lady call City Hall right after the election and left a voice. She left a message with our administrative assistant there, and I still have the written message. And she was wanting to call Mayor Jobs to congratulate him. And so that's fine. I love having the last name Jobs. It was pretty good for Steve Jobs, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
But this is what I'm leading up to. The jobs are out there.
Mm-hmm.
The job creation has happened. Just look around. When you see major employers starting to advertise in the newspaper and on billboards and even on social media for employees, you know they are needing employees.
Mm-hmm.
So we started something in 2020, and that was something we pledged to do, and it's called workforce development. And by 2021, we were starting to really gear up, and we started working with Tawana Williams, who at that time was on the team at Colin. She was not in charge of it, but she was definitely doing her part. And Tawana became our first director of workforce development. Well, we also, in 2023, we were able to get our first grant. It was about a $500,000 grant through the Delta Regional Authority. And we got a building trades program going. Since then, we've gotten so many other things going. We've gotten the coding academy going. We're now electrical. We're carpentry, plumbing, heavy equipment operation. CDL is back. Colin has invested more into their diesel mechanic technology. The Fallon Center has picked up what they're doing. Well, we are going to graduate our first class out of our building trades program tomorrow.
Great.
At Alcorn Natchez campus. Isn't that exciting?
It is.
And so about an hour and a half ago, one of the reasons I'm wearing the tie, I met with two of our regional team members with the Delta Regional Authority. Mm-hmm. They're here to celebrate our success. And they're going to be at the graduation tomorrow. And they were so excited about what has happened. Now, $2 million, I think, in grants, both federal and state. Very little taxpayer money has gone into this from the local level. Mm-hmm. And they indicated, well, we're about to open another cycle for workforce development funding, and we hope y'all will go for it because you've definitely done what you said you would do. I want to give a shout out to Tawana Williams and our team, Lakeisha Davis, and also Catherine Parker. They've done a fantastic job. But you know, Tawana started in a new capacity this week. Colin, watching what we were doing with workforce development, mm-hmm. Said, wow, this is really great. And it was never my vision just to see us increase government, but rather just to see the program get going. Mm-hmm. And so Colin, a community college, which is the natural provider of this continuing education for workforce, they have brought Tawana back on as their head administrator over workforce development. And Thursday, our Board of Aldermen will be meeting, and I'm very hopeful that we will very quickly begin working a partnership between the City of Natchez and also our other partners, Adams County Board of Supervisors and also the school board, mm-hmm. and Colin. And rather than be duplicating efforts, continue our collaboration, mm-hmm. and to see this vision grow from just workforce development for Natchez, Mislow, to workforce development for the entirety of Southwest Mississippi, with Colin being the lead institution of higher learning and helping us make this happen. Now, I'm sharing some things prematurely. We're going to meet and discuss these things Thursday at our board meeting. We have a special call meeting Thursday afternoon at 4. But I want to say what all of this means is that all those jobs that need filling, we're a community beginning to train a workforce to fill them. Now, why is this important for Southwest Mississippi? Back last summer, my peers elected me, and I was so grateful to be the president of the Southwest Mayors Association. This is comprised of cities all the way from Port Gibson to Woodville, all the way over to Roxy and even Monticello, Macomb, Brookhaven. You know, so many cities in this region are hurting for lack of opportunity and for lack of a trained workforce. Do you know what workforce training is already doing for Natchez? Do you know what it can do for Southwest Mississippi? It can totally turn things around. People ask why we don't have as many employers in Southwest Mississippi as we do in other parts of the state. And the announcements seem to go more and more to the Golden Triangle, where they've been working on workforce for a long time. Some communities on the coast, the communities around the central Mississippi area, around Jackson, Hattiesburg. The reason is because of the availability of workforce. We have got to get our availability of workforce, our numbers up. So workforce development is important. We are recruiting now for new classes that will begin in the early spring. And I want to just throw this out there. So the city of Natchez, and soon now through Colin, Southwest Mississippi, will be offering free instruction on electrical, on carpentry, on plumbing, on heavy equipment operation, on technological skills, computer skills for IT jobs through the Mississippi Coding Academy. We've had quite a number of individuals show interest in these programs, yet there have been a number of those who wouldn't even show up to start or would start and then fall away. My suspicion is that they end up finding jobs because we've got a lot out there. And once they find that job, they're no longer able to take the course. I would encourage people to go ahead and sacrifice to get the training, because you can make more with the certification, with the training, than you can without it. I don't care if it's electrician or computer. You need that certification.
Right.
And so when I consider all of this looking forward into 2026, oh my gosh, it's going to be a great year. Another thing that we're going to see happen in 2026 is we will be cutting the ribbon on the new Hobby Lobby sometime in the very near future. And we will then be announcing the stores that will be coming behind the Hobby Lobby, Tracetown. Do you know we also are working very hard on the development next to Walmart? We'll have good news on that in the very near future. We also will be seeing the commercial airlines beginning service here on July 1. Jet service for the first time in our history, 50-seat jets every day from Natchez to Houston. And then from Houston, direct flight to anywhere United flies in the world. You can fly. You'll process at Natchez Airport, HEZ. Check it out, the call letters. You can book a flight now. You'll go through TSA, security. You're good to go. You fly to George Bush International and then on to anywhere in the world they fly. Well, that's a game changer for Hollywood, because we have Crooked Letter Picture Company here.
That's right.
And they're going to get busy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a game changer for the cruise industry. American Cruise Lines is already working on their cruise calendar to start and stop cruises here instead of New Orleans and Memphis beginning in early 2027. That's only 1 year away. The other thing that this is going to do is make sure that Yola succeeds and all other tourism partners. But ACL is going to be putting over $4 million this year in a new dock under the hill and investing several $100,000 into Silver Street to help the city. That's great. But on top of that, we're going to continue working in our parks, our streets, infrastructure. We're going to complete Morgantown Road.
I was about
in
to
the
say.
first,
Yeah.
probably within the first quarter to first half of 2026.
Yeah.
Morgantown Road will be completed. We also have a number of other infrastructure projects planned, drainage projects planned. It's going to be a great year.
Great.
All right, I have rattled on. I think we've got, it looks like by that clock, about 5 minutes left. How much time? 2 minutes? The clock,
Yeah.
This clock is
wrong.
slow. This clock is wrong.
Yes, it is.
I want to say this then. In the 2 minutes I have left, I want to just share with listeners and those on Facebook that I always get excited about the beginning of every year. I'm especially excited about the beginning of this year, not only because of all of the things I've just talked about, things that happened in 2025, coming up now in 2026, but also that I have another opportunity, another year to be your mayor. It's an honor of a lifetime to be the mayor of Natchez. And I'm already looking forward to 2028, to be honest. You know, that's when the next mayor's election will be.
I was about to say.
We're about 2 years away.
Yeah.
And I'm getting started. And so, folks, let's get excited about Natchez. Let's get excited about the things to come. No, we're not perfect. But every day we put in a little work with that cup overflowing mentality and positivity. And just like we've said with the airlines, the sky's the limit.
There you go. Well,
and so,
very
God
well.
bless you, Mr. Leon. God bless Natchez, and God bless all of you and your families in this beautiful new year that has now started, 2026.
And Happy New Year, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's been Natchez Renewal Radio right here, 97.7 The Beat. WMS WTYJ.